Hey guys, welcome. Sorry this video has been a little delayed. Been having some more eye issues. Been in and out of the doctor a little bit, and been busy with some other stuff, so I haven't had a chance to sit down and make this video. But if you guys are real curious about what's going on with my eye and the particular issues that I have with that, I've made a video on it. It is on my channel. Go check it out. I don't really want to distract you too much with that in this video. Just thought I'd mention it to let you guys know that yeah, I haven't been exactly like just AFK for no reason. So, but I'm here. Let's talk about Halo. Pardon the interruption, guys. Just wanted to say thanks for coming by the channel today and checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're liking what you see so far. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell in the top right hand of your screen so you never miss a content video that I put out on my YouTube channel here. Also, be sure to comment and like, as it helps with the algorithm and pushing it out to more wonderful viewers like yourself. Be sure to follow me on all my other social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all Halon Official, where I post other stuff, previews of videos like this. You guys know what it is. I appreciate you again. Back to the video. I felt like, I praised the production, the CGI, and the editing teams very well because they did their jobs to perfection. Those guys definitely deserve a raise, and they deserve to be a part of other future sci-fi projects with decent sized budgets like this one. Definitely did an excellent job. However, as for the writing team and the directors, I don't know, man. I was very disappointed with how this series turned out. I thought it could be better than what it was. There were some really good moments, and when it was good, like, it was good. It was really, 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 really good. And I don't understand, to me, it was like basic cheesy sci-fi storytelling in a sense. They added this element in here, they added that element. Like, to me, the whole Maquis thing, personally, it should have never been there. Any hardcore Halo lore fans out there, or just any, even the casual fans that just played the games, how often did you ever see a human working with the Covenant, working for the Covenant? A human that was within the Covenant presence inside their base, that wasn't a prisoner inside a prison or being tortured or being executed. How often do you see that? Exactly. Because the Covenant hate the humans. So they're not supposed to have human presence with authority figure, as an authoritative figure within their base. It just, in their ranks, it just doesn't make any sense at all. And from the jump, that threw me off. But you know what? Let me just start at the beginning here with the way how I kind of was approaching the series. So it was announced. I was excited. I was very excited when I heard it was a TV show project, because I was like, all right, cool. That means they can spend time. They can, they can take their time with the storytelling. They can let it flesh out a little bit more. We can get better of a story instead of trying to cram everything into a 2-hour movie. Because within the video game universe, I don't think you can really do good movies with video games. There's just too many elements that you can't bring in, and just too much to cram into a 2.5 hour. Even if you did a 3-hour movie like the newest Batman movie, you can't do that with this. So very excited. Then I heard Paramount Plus was helming it, and I'm taken back just a little bit because I hadn't heard anything that was Paramount Plus original besides Star Trek. I'm not a Star Trek fan. I'm a Star Wars fan. So with that, I wasn't exactly 100% excited right on the get-go, but I was like, you know what? I heard what the budget was. They're putting in, I think, like $1 million an episode or something like that. I'm like, okay, all right. Maybe this could be Paramount's launch into the streaming game. Netflix has Stranger Things or some other popular things, and then Disney Plus with all their Marvel and Star Wars TV shows, Hulu with its exclusives. I thought, okay, Peacock with what it's got, but I was like, all right, here we go. Maybe this is going to be what Paramount does. And then I see the cast of characters. And I was like, all right, okay. So we scroll through it. They changed the name of the Spartans within the Master Chief's team, and I was like, okay, all right, whatever. I'm okay with that. And then, but that threw me off, and I was confused as to why that happened. But we'll get to the next detail in a minute. Reading through, and then I find the Maquis character. I'm like, Maquis, and then I read up on the bio of the character, and I was like, a human that works for the Covenant. Base just of the character. I'm like, oh my god, here we go. Like, what? What is this? This is unnecessary. But anyways, so after that, I find out the show's not canon, and I'm like, okay, so it's not adding anything to the lore. So they're just gonna basically do a retelling of the first 3 games, or maybe include Reach in there. Maybe do like, you know, Halo Reach, Halo 1, 2, and 3, retelling of the story. I'm like, okay, all right, here we go. And then we find out, and this is what really threw me off, and I threw a lot of people off that I know of. You find out that the directors and the writers didn't even play any of the games or read any of the books. That's at least what they said. So I'm just like, what the fuck? How the hell are you going to sit here and make a TV show based upon a video game, and never have read any of the books or played any of the games? What type of fucking sense does that make? Literally zero to me. Like, I was fucking mind blown. Like, just boom, done. I didn't understand that at all. I don't get it. Like, how do you? That just that threw me off, and I just could not believe that at all. That was said. But then when you get into watching the show, there's some things that are said within the show that only hardcore fans would know, or people that actually did go play the video games or read some of the books would know. Like, for instance, the Cole Protocol. Like, that's not just something thrown out there in any of the Halo games. It's in the books. At least not from what I remember, any of the campaigns ever mentioning the Cole Protocol. And for those that don't know, the Cole Protocol, real quick, is a system set up in place to where the UNSC has all of its data deleted if a planet is taken over. That way, Earth and its inner colonies locations are not discovered in order to keep them protected from the Covenant. There's a whole book called Halo the Cole Protocol. If you want to go read it, go check it out. It's a pretty good book, actually. You know, things like that. Or one of the things that Maquis says to, we'll just call him John, because I don't really feel like he's the Master Chief, but John. She tells him that the Covenant will be propelled on a great journey, or once the secret rings are found and activated, everybody will be propelled, mainly the Covenant, those that are worthy, will be propelled onto a great journey. Just the way she phrased that line was something straight out of one of the video games that one of the prophets said, word for word. And it's like, okay. I just, you know, I felt like the only character that was kind of true to the person that they were was Dr. Catherine Halsey. You know, even though I feel like they played her out to be a little bit more exaggeratedly evil than what she normally is, but, you know, I felt, you know, that she was the only one that was pretty much to her natural character and what they were supposed to be. Cortana a little bit, but mainly Dr. Halsey. You know, the whole thing with the Spartans freaking out about being kidnapped as children, that was definitely just, that was played upon drama, because the Spartans also discovered it in normal canon, regular canon. I don't even know what we want to call it. Just canon in general. They and they did not have this type of reaction at all. Zero. Granted, they didn't have their quote unquote emotional inhibitor chips removed, but you know, still. But anyways, so with all that, you know, I still went to the show. I tried to watch it, and trust me, when the CGI and the action was taking place, it was good. Like episode 5, with the Covenant showing up on that planet that they found the second artifact, where they first dropped Maquis off to the UNSC forces. That fight was incredible, with the Chief, Silver Team, the Marines fighting the Grunts, the Jackals. I was still a little thrown off with the Jackals carrying mini energy swords. I thought that was weird. The Brute Chieftain showing up, going one-on-one with the Chief. That was great. Season finale with that action was great. The first episode, watching Silver Team take down all those elites, that was great. Like, the action when it was humans versus Covenant, it was great. I mean, it was wonderful. And I almost forgot to even mention Quan. I don't even really know what I could say about Quan, honestly. I feel like that was just a wasted character. This is no shot at the actress either. It's not her fault whatsoever. But this character was such a waste of a character. Like, just, it was pointless. I get that they wanted to show the rebellion, the insurrectionists, as I call them in the Halo universe. They wanted to show their side of things and kind of show that there was a human-on-human conflict going on before the Covenant show up, and the insurrectionists were continuing to fight the humans throughout the Human-Covenant War, or at least towards the end of it. They started popping up and fighting them again a little bit in canon. But at the beginning, you know, when everything was going on, like Reach has not even been invaded in this season at all. Like Reach has not been invaded at all. So at this point, we're still very early stages. Like we haven't, or we're at least in the middle part of the war, I'd say. Middle part of the war. And Reach hasn't been invaded. It's like, come on. Like, Quan, get your head out of your ass. You got a bigger threat. You just watched all your friends get vaporized by these fucking humans, and or not humans, I'm sorry, but the Covenant, elites specifically, and you're still worried about a lost cause that your fucking dad was fighting for. Get over yourself. No character development whatsoever. Just dumb. And then she didn't even show up in the season finale. Like, what was the whole point? And she just separated upon this planet Madrigal just to do what she does? Like, it was just, to me, that character was just so fucking pointless. So, I'm sorry. It was utterly just pointless. So, I am going to cover Season 2. They have been renewed for a Season 2. They were renewed for a Season 2 in the middle of Season 1. I'm going to cover it, and hopefully it's good. I don't know. We'll see. We might get some more Halo. Might not. Dramatic ending with the Chief not being there. Chief Cortana, as we're calling it. I just hope it's good. I hope they do better. I really want that. Like, I don't want this show to fail. I'm not one of those guys that wants this show to fail. I want it to succeed. I want it to do good because I want to see one of my favorite video game franchises from my childhood brought to life in live action entertainment, and I want it to be good because I want more video games to get things like this. I want there to be a market for it, but we just keep failing. Right now, we're banking on a child video game right now, Sonic leading the way. So, come on. Let's get it together. Do better, Paramount Plus. Your first season, you know, your first crack at it. All right. Maybe this time you learn I'm willing to give you a second chance. Maybe you learn your lesson from this season. You go and actually play the games and study some of the books. That way you can at least make it feel more like Halo. It doesn't have to be canon. It doesn't have to follow the exact storyline since it isn't canon. But at least make it feel more like Halo and less of a dramatic sci-fi networks sci-fi television show. You guys get what I'm saying. So, but all right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I'll see you in the next video. I promise I'm gonna start having a little bit more videos coming out frequently. I've been a little busy. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna make time. I need to get back on this consistent grind anyway. So, all right, y'all, have a wonderful evening, day, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I'll see you in the next one.